Summer 1940. Incapable of resisting the overwhelming advance of the German blitzkrieg, Poland, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, Holland and France are brushed aside within a matter of months, forcing the rest of the depleted Allied army to make a rapid, humiliating and shameful retreat towards the beaches of Dunkirk. Britain has become the only refuge in the face of the unstoppable advance of the Third Reich. While the German army is getting ready to invade the island, Allied command is desperately trying to come to terms with its situation. Its tactics, armament and commanders have proved antiquated in the face of the vastly superior German army. An urgent rethinking of the army is essential in order to turn the tide of the war. An audacious plan is approved for the creation of a special unit of elite men, experts in hand-to-hand combat, in handling all types of weapons and explosives, men of great initiative, able to cope with and adapt to the most demanding conditions. Only the best, the most highly trained, only men of courage. Their mission, become the vanguard of the Allied troops, the spearhead of the counter-offensive that must lead to the defeat of the Third Reich. The Commandos were born.
Hey, it's Zeus, and welcome to Commandos 2, the HD remaster. This is a game I played a long time ago when I was a kid. I played it on a PlayStation 2, which is honestly not the best way to play it, since it just wasn't the best version to play it on. It was already on PC, but this is the HD remaster, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into a new game here. I'll be quiet for this upcoming cutscene.
We must clear this border post to allow our troops to pass through.
If we get rid of the commanding officer, the rest will not be able to offer any resistance.
First, we have to eliminate these two without making any noise.
I can climb up to the wires and swing along them to cross to the other side. I see a box. We'll probably find some interesting stuff in there.
If you get the metal shears, bring them here and I'll cut through that fence and deactivate the mines.
Okay, so this game is really simple. The controls are simple, but the many different things you can do are pretty complicated. So the first thing we're gonna do here is well, just knock this guy out actually. Go ahead and skip this because I already know what I'm doing. Tie him up, and we want to take him back here so no one notices. We'll drop him.
On my way.
Move back here. So yeah, if you didn't notice, it's a tactical strategy game, I guess you can say. I don't know the exact genre, but basically it's a top-down game where you control different characters, also called just Commandos, and goals to complete whatever objective the mission has. So for this one, I think the mission is just to basically kill everyone, or at least knock them out. And the way we do that is by first knocking out these three people here and getting them out of view. Go ahead and just drop them here. And we want to knock out this guy over here. I don't want to miss him because he's a machine gunner. You can usually tell what kind of soldier you're going up against. Like this one here, he has a blue uniform on. He's going to be a machine gunner. This guy over here has like a sort of brown and green uniform.
Okay.
That means he's going to be a rifleman. And usually he's gonna have riflemen have more range.
It's done.
And can easily take down like one of your commandos. Oh yeah, and the machine gunners, they have, well, machine guns. Select this guy here, and they can take down a group of your characters. Well, commandos. Come on, get to move forward. What's going on? Why isn't he? That's weird. Why isn't he moving? It's weird. Come on. Oh, is it because I'm not controlling him? He should be. That is weird. Okay, I'm on the pole. There we go. That was a little buggy. Alright, so this guy, he's basically like a thief character, and he has like a lockpick, and he can steal things from the soldiers. So all we have to do for this mission is get things in this box. But one ability he does have, I believe is this one. He can just go up to one of these soldiers, and then interact again, and you can steal, well, his stuff, but he's conscious, so you can't really do much. Right, and these medals are just basically like tutorials. Okay, so now what we want to do is have him
Okay.
meet this guy. So I believe the code name of this guy here is just called Inferno.
Okay.
Inferno, yep, and this guy's just Lupin. And we want them to interact with each other so we can swap this and this. Because this guy is the sapper, so he's the one that knows how to use explosives and things. And this guy, well, he's the thief, so he moves way faster than any other character. And basically, he's supposed to be sneaky and whatnot. Oh, don't want to get too close. There's mines in this field.
That's it.
Another cool thing you can do is actually pick up the deactivated mines and then use them later. So we'll go ahead and deactivate all these. There's another box here, but I believe that just has medkits in them. Usually during the beginning of a mission you want to distribute the medkits because only one of the characters is going to have all of them. I want to knock out this guy.
No problem.
And since only this guy knows how to use the grenades...
quick, wasn't it?
We'll kill those guys, but just so you can see. Once you knock out a soldier, you can take his uniform and his weapon, and then you can use the weapon or the uniform. So now I'm like in the blue machine gunner outfit. Usually that's not super useful when you're up close with the enemy soldiers, but sometimes it is useful because there's a certain character that can just infinitely wear the uniforms, which is honestly kind of weird. For some of the characters, the uniform depletes over time, so if I go over here, see it says 95 instead of 100 as it did earlier.
It's ready.
And there's one character that can just wear it infinitely, and he can also wear officer uniforms.
That's it.
Which normal characters can't wear.
It's done.
Alright, so that's that mission done. And we'll move on to the second one. I'll be quiet for this cutscene here as well.
Okay, guys. This group of soldiers has been isolated from their squad. Let's see if we can offer them a hand. Or a knife. According to my notes, there's a radio in the little house. When the situation's under control, we'll use a radio to inform headquarters. I'd sure like to find out what's inside those boxes.
Okay, so in this mission we get two new characters. First we get Tiny, and he's, I think, just the best character in the game. Best commando, simply because he's like the fastest and the strongest. He also carries a knife, which is pretty cool. And then we have Tread, which is basically like the guy who can lay down traps and drive different vehicles. He's like the vehicle expert, I guess. So what we want for this part here is we want to go ahead and see this guy's field of vision, and then knock out this guy, and then immediately pick him up and then take him back. Alright. This guy doesn't suspect a thing. Okay, so what we'll want for this mission is actually to take everyone's weapons. We don't need the uniforms, we'll just take the weapons. And then, let's see, we talked, I believe, yeah. So we'll use these cigarettes to, there we go, to distract this other guy. And then we'll just go over and knock him out. So yeah, the cigarettes are just kind of like a distraction. If anyone sees, or the first soldier to see it will head over to it and try to pick it up. And it's a pretty useful tool for getting soldiers out of their positions and kind of getting them isolated. Alright, so we'll get this guy's field of view. I don't know if we want to... Yeah, okay, we'll do it. Knock him out now. We'll take him back here. And he won't suspect a thing. So these little, like, blur circle things, whatever they are, is basically the sound you make when you run, or just any sound in general. What is he doing there? He looks weird. Anyways, it's the sound, and if any soldier is near you or near that circle, then they'll hear something and they'll go over to where the sound was to investigate, which is what this tool does. It just creates one of those circles that makes sound. And we could potentially use it to get the officer out here, but another strategy is just to throw the cigarettes and then knock him out afterwards. Alright, so we'll throw him over here.
This is mine.
He'll go pick it up. Right?
Good.
Okay. We'll knock him out. Alright, so now the lieutenant, I think? Whatever his position
Leave
is.
it to me.
Well, the keys to this house over here. Now he won't be called over down here by the officer. Officer, right? Yeah, the officer. You don't need the gun, because they're the same. They just have limited ammo.
Done.
Go over here and pick up the cigarettes.
Done.
And I'm not sure what the best way to get these guys down is. It's been a long time since I've played this, but I believe what I can do is actually get one of them just to come out over here. And we'll just like kind of crawl against the wall. Yeah, see, there's that guy. We'll go over and knock him out. We gotta get him quick before anyone suspects anything. Alright, so there's this...
Leave it
yeah,
to
the
me.
lieutenant. And then this guy should see the cigarettes, right? He didn't see them, but he's over here. It's far enough for me to be able to knock him out without anyone noticing. We'll pick him up. And take him over. I could also use the knife to kill them, but you end up with a lower score in the mission. To get the best score, you just have to knock everyone out, basically. Okay, so let's go over back to these two guys. And let's get them over here. Just so that they're up closer. Still, this guy is the best character because he has the second fastest movement in the game. So we can head over to this guy over here. Is this using rifles? Yeah, I know. It's A, I believe. No? Yeah, it's F. F pulls out the rifle. I don't actually want the rifle though. Okay, so we're gonna wait till this guy goes away. Yep. And then we're gonna knock out this guy. Knock out this guy. And then this guy. These guys over here are allied soldiers, so we don't have to worry about them.
This is mine.
But we do have to get their weapons. We'll check out what's in this box. Okay, so we have first aid kits, and those are basically used to revive your commandos. Or you can just use a can of food, which I picked up in that same box. What's this trading? Triggering counterattacks. Okay, so that's gonna be for later.
Okay.
And I already know pretty much what to do. Okay, so we want to run here. I want to make sure we don't get that circle, which is the sound that you create. We don't want anyone in that circle, so we'll take his body and we'll just drag it somewhere over here. Should be fine. Okay, I'll go over here. Come out.
Good.
We don't need that. Can I drop his body over the edge? No, okay. We'll just move him over here. So we don't want to run anymore, so we don't make any noise. Okay. Let's look through the window. This is what the window looks like. So there's a guy shooting.
It's done.
Through this window here. You can just barely see him. Let's get these other guys up here.
Ready to go, sir.
We'll switch to tread.
Sir. Okay.
Is it tread or thread? It's tread. Okay. So we're gonna want to get him out of the way, and then him,
Dokie.
and then we want to use the Molotov, and we can throw it inside the window. Probably should have used the other one. That wasn't good.
It's all mine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's done.
New plan. We're gonna switch over to him. Yeah, try to use the rifle.
Okay.
What's the control for... Is it this one? Does he have any grenades? Oh, I forgot to check this box, actually. Maybe there's some grenades in here. Yeah, there's some grenades. Okay. So, that's good. So we want him, Inferno, to talk to Tiny, so then we can give the grenades off to him. Because only the Sapper, or Inferno, can use the grenades. Okay, let's try throwing it in the window. There we go. Guess the grenade has a bigger radius. So I guess we'll just switch over to Tiny, and then we'll go inside of the house. Because he has the keys for the house. Alright, there's the 2 dead soldiers. And I'm gonna take his gun. Oh, another thing to note is if you kill a soldier with, I believe, a gun or any other weapon, it can lower the, well, I guess the durability of the uniform, which it goes down for some reason when you wear it. But see how this guy has 5 and the other ones have like 100 on them? It's because, well, I blew him up and he's all like, I guess, burnt. Okay. We want to use the radio in here.
We have intercepted a transmission. Venomous is fast approaching your position. An enemy tank has received orders to exterminate you. Defend your position and destroy that tank.
Okay, so now we have the option to call those reinforcements he was talking about. Is there any items in here? Yes, there is. There's a box. And there's explosives, which is what we're gonna need for this part of the mission. I don't think we'll need the smoke. It's honestly kind of useless for this mission. Okay, so what we want to do is talk to Tread. Give him the Molotovs. And probably a medkit. That's probably a good idea. Just in case if, like, you know, one of them dies, you can use the medkit on themselves. Or they can use the medkits on themselves, and then they'll just be fine. We can actually control these other soldiers, so I can control them too, but the only thing I can do with them is do this, which it just pulls up the weapon and they just fire automatically. So if I like switch over to this guy, he already has that yellow field of vision, which is just where he'll shoot anyone if they come through there. What I want to do is first get all the commandos up to this area here, because the tank is going to come from this general direction, from over here. And then what we want to do is get these other soldiers out of here, because the tank is just going to shoot them. Okay, I just want to get them out of here, because I don't really need them for this part. Let's head him over here.
Let's go.
Oh, you weren't supposed to kill him. No, I already gave him the Molotovs. Okay, so what we want to do with Tread is set up the trap. We have the shovel, so we can dig here.
Phew.
It's just a trap. If a soldier walks next to it, or on top of it, he'll just fall in. Okay, so that's this area covered. What we want to do now is pull the wire out and spool the wire. Let's try Inferno, because I know he can put his grenades in there too. Oh, there it is. Okay.
No problem.
Now we need Tiny to talk to Inferno, because he has the mines, and only Inferno can use those. Okay, so I think one of these should be enough, but we'll just put them both down anyways.
No problem.
So now comes the slightly more difficult part. We want everyone to be close to each other so that they can swap items. Okay, so he already has full ammo. He can use the machine gun. So what we want to do for this part is, first of all, not be too close to this, because it's basically just a trap. And we want to set up an ambush. I think just here should be good, right? Yeah, we'll just have him standing up. Okay, so he also has a rifle. And he has a machine gun, which I believe is M? Yeah, it's M. Okay, we'll put him right there. I think we're all set. So we'll just trigger the invasion, and then we'll have all of them selected.
Waiting orders.
Yep, there it is. I believe it's 2 waves. Okay, now we want to get out of there as fast as possible, because that's when the tank comes through. I guess we didn't even need those traps. Yep, there's a tank. I'll get over here, lay down, and the tank, anti-tank mine got him. And there's mission completed. I think I'll end the episode there with the 2 training missions, because I think the next one is the first real mission, And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.